What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the shop. I am Adam, and I have wonderful news today. So, in the midst of everything that's been going on, I've had multiple projects going on between the Vanagon and the bench grinder and the Impreza and the house itself, and I just took a break for a little while. I sat down and just relaxed and played video games, and it's been nice. Luxuriously nice. But now, things are changing. There's a whole new event on the horizon. And I'm going to show you guys what it is. So, dun dun dun. So there it is. It is a 2003 Jeep Cherokee. Now, I'm not going off the rails. I'm not starting anything weird or new. No, that is purely a parts vehicle, 100% for the Brat. So, for a while now, the Brat has had the problem of it's not being operable due to the fact that it's lacking running gear. The steering wheel is not connected to anything, literally. The end of the steering column ends at the firewall, and there's no steering at all in the Brat. There's nothing there. And then it doesn't have a rear drive line, and the front CVs are blown, so there's just no way to drive or steer or anything. And I've been thinking up crazy ways to make the old 84 Nissan independent suspension work, and I've actually put several different styles of steering setup in it, but either I had too much bump steer, or I didn't have enough Ackerman's angle, or multiple of issues. And I finally said, F it. Let's just get rid of all that crap, and we're gonna go full solid axle. Hence the Jeep. Everybody is probably screaming at me, oh, why aren't you going 44s, Dana 40, Dana 44? And I was like, I'm broke. I'm free Jeep. Yeah, it fits perfectly into my budget. So we're going with the 30, 35. Actually, I think that's an 8 1/4 that's in the back of this one. I'm pretty sure that's an old it's a Chrysler 8 1/4. Eventually, would I love to put a 44/8" in it? Absolutely. I would love to put a Ford 8.8 and a Dana 44. Or my ultimate goal would be a set of 44s. That way I have rear steering too. That would be perfect. But for now, I just want my truck drivable and movable and whatnot, so that, you know, if I want to put it on the other side of the driveway, it doesn't take me 4.5 hours of scooching it on the little dolly things. I could actually just start it up and move it over. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. So it is I'm pretty sure it's an 03. There we go. So yeah, it's applicable to 03 model year. So yeah, it's a 2003 Jeep Wrangler. I want to say Laredo? Not Wrangler, Cherokee. Jeep Cherokee Laredo, whatever that means. All I know is it should have a Chrysler 8 1/4 and then a Dana 35. Wait, is it 35 or 30? Oh, I can't remember. Oh man, so many spiders. Spiders are already moving in. So yeah, there's the front axle. For some reason I was not expecting a constant velocity, or at least a CV boot up front. I always thought these had U-joints. Interesting. Okay, so for me, I'm going to pull the axles. That's the primary. I'm going to pull the fuel tank and potentially use that. Maybe. I gotta get it out there and see how it actually fits into my frame. I was originally thinking about using this one, which is out of a Ford Excursion, I think. Big Ford. This is like a 26-gallon tank. I don't know what this Jeep is, and should probably look into that, find out how big it is. Either way, I just want something that's bigger than the 9-gallon tank that was in the Brat. So if I'm in the 15 plus, then I'll be happy. And then I think I'm gonna take the power steering pump, because the power steering pump is a 7-rib, just like my engine. And I think it'll fit pretty easily into the, because I think I used a Chrysler pump on the Brat, or on the ER27 when I built the mount for it. So I think I'm gonna use that. And then of course all the steering stuff that goes with the front axle, the steering box. Although I still need to figure out how exactly I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna flip everything and put all the steering behind the axle, put the steering box behind the axle. Because with the boxer motor, it kind of gets in the way of having the steering box all the way up at the front up there, which was the issue I was running into with the independent front suspension. But as you can see behind the engine, there's tons of room right there to put a steering box. Or more specifically, on this side, tons of room if I want to put it behind. Of course, at the moment the suspension is bottomed out because I have no springs on the front end. But that'll get fixed up. And then the plan is to get rid of the old plastic bumper, replace that with a metal one that comes back to about here, and then we're gonna actually cut this guy even with the bottom of the headlight bezel, and that'll give me, because at full tuck it's not going to be much higher than that right there, even once I put the straight axle in it. So we'll have that, we'll have the Jeep front axle, Jeep rear axle that matches. That's the other thing, is I needed a match set of axles. And then fuel tank, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can put that in. And then yeah, I can pull the engine out of this thing and sell it. It's a good, decent running 4-liter. And then, so the problem with this thing is they had a problem with the ignition inhibit system, the security system, so it doesn't actually run. Because the computer is all messed up, and you have to buy a new inhibit module and have everything completely, it's just a whole mess. And then the people I got it from, they tried fixing it, or they tried getting somebody to fix it, and yeah, it's basically, the whole thing's just hoopa-jooped now. Which, perfect for me, because I need parts. So why not? I have no idea what this, I don't know if this is like fatigue mat or what it is, but I might be able to use that. I could, Rebecca's talking about getting a whole bunch of pallets, so I'm thinking about emptying the tent out and then just laying down a pallet floor, a nice even pallet floor. So then this stuff might actually be good for putting on top of the pallets, maybe. And then these seats are I mean, they're not bad at all. They're cloth seats. I really like them. So I may actually use these in the Brat too. I don't know. We'll see. And it almost matches my my factory seat there. Same style and everything. And then this side's like got all the electric junk, so we could use that. But yeah, see, there's like all this aluminum shavings and crap, and the whole steering column is just like ripped apart and whatnot. And so it cranks, but there's no fire, there's no ignition at all. And I tried fiddling around with it a little bit, but I don't really care. So I'm gonna, yeah, parts Jeep, that's it. Keep telling myself it's only parts. You gotta keep telling the family it's only parts, because like the Green Legacy, that was gonna be my swap for the turbo car, and now it's my mother-in-law's daily driver. So yeah, here's that. Fun stuff. Oh yeah, and the last major reason for picking that is the so yeah, the lug pattern on the wheels. The 5-star. That's the same as like some of the late model Subarus. I think the 2013-15 Outbacks use the same 5-lug, which is the year that I want to get the engine from to put in the Brat. So it would just be like it'd bring the whole package together, because then I could just use factory Subaru 17s on it. So yeah, good stuff. That's where I'm at, and actually, I'm going to sit down and start working on editing up the grinder video, because move the beamer out of the way here, because there it is. It's 90% done. I still need to do a couple things. Like I want to, this isn't permanent. I want to replace that with a handle that comes up probably about the same angle, maybe a little higher angle up, so that'll allow me to pull down my overarm. And then I've got to finish cleaning up and routing all the wiring, and then it's just a matter of getting it painted and put home. So it's gonna live right here, which it already fits perfectly in that spot, and I've been using it. I've used it to make up like the last of the parts, like the platen and the bracketry for the speed sensor. All that stuff has been built, made using it, and it works quite well. Yeah, let's give it a little sneak peek, shall we? So It's not easy to do with one hand. So yeah, pretty sweet. That is almost done, so that'll get edited into a video here pretty, well, I can't say pretty quick. Nothing I ever do is ever pretty quick. Yeah, lazy old retired guys, that's how it is. So yeah, just really wanted to show off the good news, the great news, the wonderful news. We can start moving forward on the Brat again, and hopefully my goal of having it running by the end of the year might be achievable. If the year is like 2030. Let's not kid ourselves. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully we will, I gotta stop saying that, right? Hopefully. There's no hopefully about it. I'm not hoping for anything. It's just a matter of doing. It's just a matter of going forth and making it happen. See, next time, we'll be tearing the Jeep apart. That will be the next video. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment. My favorite is the "You ruined it." I'll have to do a whole backstory on the Brat. We'll put that on the list of things to do. Till next time, stay safe, have fun. Peace.